Hi tutor and group peers, in this video I'm going to talk about some costumes in Italy. There are many costumes, but I'll talk about some of them. It is expected that if you are invited to a meal, the host of this will give the first toast always. Later on you can retrieve with a second toast, thankful to the host of the meeting. In Italy also there is a lot of tradition in sports. They like a lot the soccer, uh, clubs or national football teams, also the cycling and the motor sports too. If you are in Italy, you are supposed to visit some of these stadiums or places where these sports take place. Also, isn't expected that you wear in Italy white socks because it is considered a bad manner, a bad taste for your dressings. And Italians look a lot to how the people is dressed in front of them. The first impressions in Italy tend to be the lasting impressions almost always. So take care of your clothes according to the place where you go and with the people who you are. In Italy, also, there is a long tradition in gastronomy. They have a great cuisine. If you are in Italy, it is not expected you find many types of pizza because they used to have only two, which are the main, which are Napolitana and Romana. The first one, Napolitana, tend to be raised to be bigger and softer than the another, and Romana tends to be crustier. Uh, these are the main differences between these two kinds of pizza. In Italy, also there is most of the people are Catholic, and there are a lot of churches. Is the country in which there are more churches per population around the world. So it is expected that you can visit some of these churches, museums for art too, uh, galleries, because they have a long tradition in arts. And in Italy, the people is so affected and passionate with friends, but formal too. It is expected that you have good manners in table and in streets, and when you enter to a place, you must be polite always with everyone. So thank you.
Good morning. My name is Paula Catherine Durant Nantes. The country I choose is Holland, and seems to me to be a country very nice. It's all sense. The people have a great sense of belong and love their country. The match our people is honored and loves animals, and in fact to the person who impaired or killed animal is considered if he had killed the person, which seems to me be fantastic. Uh, to me, manipulation have to close, because that term is not have too much uh, crime. The food in Holland is very good. I start rice food, the typical foods made of rice, and dish that is very characteristic of the vegetables and meat, and coconut. Um, this food is really what's not part of traditional gastronomy in Holland. It is Indonesian, but do the big colonization in the country is assimilated so much that now is typical Dutch Holland uh, and has many other delicious and milk foods. The native language the Holland is Dutch, but almost always use English. Among all people speak more in the Netherlands. The people from the Netherlands are a bit called emotionally. Also something that is done where the winter comes skiing of long rice prawns frozen and some it stops and there are people who sell things food very good very hot and the spring is so beautiful this country is really beautiful I think the Netherlands is so resemble some countries with my college shows. Uh, for example, China or England. I think that people of these countries have excellent culture. So this everything. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I am Fanny Sepulveda. This is English Advanced Unit 2, Speak Out. In this occasion, I am talking about England. England is an European country. The official language is English and the capital city is London. In England, you can see or you can find typical drinks. For example, the most important is tea or beer. Tea is normally drink in the afternoon, and beer is normally drink in different occasions, accompanying different food. Now the food is very popular. For example, fish and chips is fried and bread fish accompanied with fresh fruit. Other example is Cornish pasty. This is one of the country's favorite food. This is traditionally made with flour, potato, and onions. The meat is filling complete the recipe. Other example is roast beef. Roast beef is normally or common find the dish made with pork, duck, lamb, or turkey. It's usually served with potato, vegetable, or sauce. Another typical food is the breakfast in England. It usually has two or one eggs, accompanying bacon, morons, sauce, tomato, and beans. The official religion or the most important religion in England is Christian Church. Then it is usual for people to go to the church that follow to Catholic belief and participate in different religions festivities, such as a Holy Week. This is once a year, or Holy Mass. This is normally Sunday. Royal Family of England is one of the most elevated around the world. The powerful image of Queen Isabel II, who since 1952 have several as an excellent statement of the monarchy. Numerous sports were invented in England, including football, rugby, tennis, cricket, golf, field hockey, or table tennis. For the people, it is very important to participate or support any of these sports in your life. Traditional for costume for England clothing depending of Maurice dance. Custom can be associated more with a typical custom from England, since it is original from the country. The clothes consist in a shirt, a white pants, belts, inside two cushions, calves, and witcher hat, adorned with rubies or flowers. The Morris dance is one of the dances that is accompanied with music. Usually this type of dance is part of the procession or other cultural festival. It is performed by a group of dancers which carry out different choreographies using elements such as swords or sticks or belts. Finally, St. Patrick's Day and St. George's Day are the most important celebrate or festivities for England. St. Patrick's Day is on 17th of March. Is an original holiday in English. St. Patrick is celebrated all over England with parades. St. George's Day is on 23 April. In relation to the festival is St. George, the festivities usually take several days and activities are mainly free for fires, parades, events for children, and all kids or cultural encounters are some of the most common proposals. According to the link, St. George was an English gentleman who rescued and maiden from being devoured by a house dragon. It is involved several as an example for thousands of English warriors who for countries and to the cry of for St. George. Okay, everyone, that is all for today. Until next time, thanks you, bye bye.
Hello everybody, nice to see you again. And this morning I'm going to share my view with each one of you. And I'm going to talk about China culture. Why I choose this country? Because I consider China has a wonderful culture, wonderful customs, and its people are wonderful people too. Well, first of all, its name is Republic of China. It has an area of 9,600 kilometers. One of its representation, building representation is throughout the world. Its population is around 1.5 billion people, and is one of the crowded countries around the world. Other important aspect of China is its flag. Its flag has 5 yellow stars, and also its color is red. It is surrounded by the sea, and its people is Han Chinese. Other important aspect that China has is it has 55 ethnic groups, and its main language is Mandarin. People in China also speak other languages, for example, speak English too, but not so common like Mandarin. Its main religion is Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism, but also has people that follow the Islam, Catholicism, and Protestantism. It's around 30 million people with these religions. Its currency is renminbi, yuan. The government system of National People's Congress is saying that China has Congress like in Colombia. Its administrative demarcation are 23 provinces. It has also 5 autonomous regions and 4 municipalities with 2 special administrative regions. And also, its one of its principal foods is rice, and China is one of the biggest economies around the world too. China has different products that its people export to different countries according with the relationship that China has with other countries. This is important. I consider that one of the most beautiful building is the Great Wall, because it's a big monument that Chinese people has made around the world, around the culture, and I consider that Chinese people has made a great contribution to our culture in the world. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you the next activity.
Hello to Random Peers, my name is Mauricio Martinez, and this is my video for this task talking about customs and traditions. In this opportunity, I have chosen Qatar country for making this video. First, I am going to start with a little introduction about the country, and after that, I am going to talk about the traditions and customs. Okay, Qatar is a country located in the northern of Asia, which makes part of the Arab state. The main language in this country is Arabic, and the main religion is Islam. However, Hindu, Buddhist, and Christian religion can be found there. Despite of Qatar belongs to the Arab state, and these kind of countries have a stronger rule target a woman. In Qatar, women can drive and work, but they can occupy high positions like president, for example. They can work like health minister, education minister, and occupation that are more focused to the woman behavior and development. While in Emirates, women can drive and work. In Qatar also, the woman can't walk next to the men unless they are married because it's considered a disrespectful act to men. Talking about greetings in Qatar, it's common that men used to greet each other by nose rubbing or giving a kiss on each cheek. Also, you can use a shake hand, but it's important to know that you must use the right hand because Qataris suppose that left hand is dirty because they use the left hand for physiological needs when they go to the bathroom. It's for that reason that if you give the left hand, they consider disrespectful act with them. Also, if you have a relationship, a friendship with a woman, it's not possible to get a kiss on the street, just say hello or something like that. And if you have a couple of partner, you just hold the hand on the street just if you are married. In Qatar, the sea cuisine is very popular, and the people, instead of eating with currently, they prefer use bread for eating. Besides, they use the right hand for eating for the same reason that I told you before. They consider the left hand dirty. Coffee is also a typical beverage and is common use coffee every day for drinking. And in the other hand, there is a religious event or practice that is known like Ramadan. This cultural religious refers that people who believe in Islam can't eat nothing from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This with the purpose of being awareness with the poor people who don't have nothing for eating. Finally, I am going to talk about Qataris garment. Qataris, both men and women, wear the traditional outfit dress for going everywhere because for them they have a significant value according to their religion. For example, the woman should cover her body and her face because Qataris consider that there is a temptation for the men. Also, Qataris consider that the whole body and especially the hair in women is an intimate part of the woman body. Also, if you are planning to visit to Qatar, it's important that you search information and look for adequate dress. It's not possible there to use shorts or t-shirts because it's disrespectful with the people who live there and who believes in Islam. Okay, that is all about Qatar. Thank you.